Hey, everybody.
Hello. Speak very softly.
Hey.
We're here to see the crimes of Grindelwald.
Wow, we're gonna go learn about the crimes of that. Yeah.
So my prediction is that it's the type of movie that you're gonna start to hate as you go through it, and you're just gonna get like angrier.
I feel like this will just make me long for the days that I just wrote a ton of Snape fan fiction on fanfiction.net. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Well, that was really boring. So, Erynn, did you like Fantastic Beasts and Where to Grindelwald?
I like Zoe Kravitz.
Kravitz.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, Zoe, if you're out there listening. I love Zoe. I wish the whole movie was about her. I want to like Newt, but he's not given anything super interesting, and he doesn't really go through anything character-wise.
Yeah.
And I got really upset with the Queenie becoming changing at the end.
Queen.
Yeah.
That.
And that's pretty much all I cared about the entire time. It was really unfortunate.
The thing about movies is that something needs to happen in them. You know what I mean?
And it's even as I'm like a pretty big Harry Potter fan, and I just feel let down. The world feels the world feels pretty lifeless compared to you know what I mean? It feels super flat and
The production design was really good though. The sets looked really great. Listen, the sets looked great.
Yeah.
Everything else about the movie, the writing was terrible.
I mean,
the direction was pretty bland.
I just thought it was weird. I just thought they made such weird decisions. The weird camera, half shaky, half not, half looking in, half not, breaking the fourth wall. It was so weird. It just didn't make any sense. I just don't understand why to do that, you know? It was the conflict was really boring. I don't know, I was just disappointed. Go see it in a bargain bin. I was really sad about it. I just feel sad.
Yeah. I mean,
because I love the Harry Potter movies so much, and I was just so sad.
Yeah.
I just feel I don't know.
I think that the first one's probably better.
I was literally falling asleep in the theater.
There was a lot of reasons
what
for
that.
Although, to be fair, I've only seen you do that once before, and that was at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It was at 3 o'clock in the morning at World of Warcraft, because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was just falling asleep. And I didn't really care about any... I cared about Zoe a lot. Love her.
Jude Law was really good as Dumbledore.
Jude Law was really good as Dumbledore. I was really... Yeah. And then, it felt like weird, needless throwbacks.
Oh, yeah.
It's this is Nagini. She's a snake woman. I'm Voldemort snake. And I'm why is she connected there?
Look, it's Nicholas Flamel. There's the Philosopher's
Stone in the back. I was cool. Now you're just making me want to go watch the Harry Potter movies because I don't want to be watching this. And like I said, I was telling Charlie this. I really like Newt's character. I think he's very likable. I think he's interesting. However, he doesn't go through a character arc. And he's not compelling as an interesting... He's not compelling how he's written. It just doesn't... he's just really good. Oh, he picks the right thing to do. And I'm oh, great.
Is that a J.K. Rowling impression?
No. It's just the stuff Dumbledore said where he's I respect you because you always make the good decision. And I'm that's not enough for him to be a compelling, interesting character. And then at the beginning, he's I don't choose sides. And then at the end, he's I chose my side. And I'm yeah. You didn't really go through anything, though. You didn't really change.
So, I think the main problem with the story is something that a lot of cinematic universe movies tend to make a mistake on, is that this movie was more about setting everything up for the next one than it was about telling a story this time.
Yeah.
So, like, all the characters don't really change.
Yeah.
And, you know, they...
Queenie changed, but...
I mean...
but Zoe, but, like, I mean, it just... For all the people who are, like, leads and who it's about, it just doesn't... Nothing... It's just not enough.
Yeah, well...
Like... I mean, like, it's not like Harry Potter where you watch Harry Potter and Harry Potter isn't your favorite character. It's not like that, because Harry Potter actually goes through a pretty, look, I think Harry Potter goes through a pretty big arc. And, he changes throughout the course of the films he's in. And, like, you see him growing and becoming a different person. And this, it was just so, it was just so sad.
Who would have thought
I'm just sad.
Who would have thought that in a year, that in a single year, the House on the Clock and its Walls would be better than the Harry Potter movie? Who would have thought that the ripoff would have been? Are you gonna cry?
No, I'm just.
Are you
really,
okay?
I'm just really depressed.
I'm sorry.
I just feel sad inside. I just feel so lifeless. I just feel like my soul's been sucked out of me. I'm just like, real sad. I'm real disappointed about it.
So we give it a bargain bin.
I give it a bargain bin. Ugh.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. The more I think about it,
this has rocked you spiritually.
No, the more I think about it, the more just depressed I feel.
Dun, dun, dun,
well, and it's like Grindelwald.
dun,
It's like he's like a Nazi, but then he's like not a Nazi, but then he's a Nazi, and we're like, what? It's just so. It's a bargain bin.